Welcome back to Beast Machines Monday. I am your host, Decepticon Doug. And here is your host,
Predacon Paul.
And this episode is called, well actually it's a three-parter. This many parts.
Thrice.
Triglazer. Wait.
This is the...
I blew it. Now we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So this trilogy is called Sparkwar.
There's the Return of the Sparkwar. Mm-hmm. There's a new Spark.
Sparkwar Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Two Spark here.
Two Spark here, yeah. So this episode starts in a little place called Cybertron. But where in Cybertron, you might be asking? Well, that is an excellent question.
Over there. There's a bunch of Vehicons zooming around.
Doing their Vehicon thing.
I mean, just the motorcycles.
Yeah.
They're like...
3 ranks by 4 lines of motorcycles. Literally about 5 meters behind Cheetor. Blasting at him with repeater weapons and not hitting him at all.
Not hitting him in the least. And he's laughing about it. He's just like, they can't hit the broadside of a barn. And
which, at first, I was all like...
yeah.
But then it starts to make sense later on. They were highlighting for us viewers, if we hadn't noticed already with our powers of observation, because Beast Machines is extremely subtle with their messaging. These Vehicons, especially the thrust Vehicons,
yeah.
the motorcycles, might not be the most effective at taking out the Maximals. I mean, if it wasn't for them showing me, in this episode, I wouldn't have been able to figure it out myself. How about you, Decepticon Doug? Would you have been able to figure that out?
I was actually at the edge of my seat the whole time, thinking that perhaps this time...
They're going to get Cheetor?
They're going to get Cheetor.
I thought they were going to as well. But he didn't use his secret weapon this time.
The So the other Maximals come and, give Cheetor a hand, because I guess he's just keeping him busy. Rattrap dismantles one. They all get a little chance to take out a few.
They do.
Even Silverbolt gets out of his stupor.
Yeah.
And saves Black Arachnia from some of them. And everyone likes that. Even though he's still is a bit of a grumpy Gus about it. So after the Maximals win the battle, they basically shoo Thrust away. They're like, okay, you can go back to Megatron and tell him that you're pathetic and weak.
Well, Thrust is all like, oh, you're a traitor. And then they pile all the bodies of his dead comrades on top of him, which is... Yeah. I mean, come on.
There was just a little detail that I did find kind of annoying, is that they defeated a whole bunch of motorcycles, and then when it showed the pile of like beat up drones and drone pieces, there were some jets in there, but I didn't see any.
I noticed that too.
And I'm like, hey guys, continuity. If you wanted some jet parts in there, just throw in some jets in the fight. Wouldn't be that hard. But we're gonna let it go. We're gonna walk out. We're gonna go because we got to get this episode moving.
Yeah.
So the Maximals bring all the pieces back to their base where Britannica's doing her job.
Botanicking.
She's botanicking day and night.
So hard.
And they use the pieces to help build up the irrigation systems and all that stuff to get the plants growing.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, Botanica, do you want to help us fight sometimes? And she's like, I am a pacifist, even though I killed a whole bunch of tanks last time.
Yeah.
So I will never, ever lift a thumb to hurt anyone ever.
I don't do violence.
Nope.
Yeah.
She watched Law of the Jungle, that episode of Beast Wars where Tigertron loses his friend Snowstalker.
Oh,
but she didn't finish watching it. She just ended at the cliffhanger where Dinobot's like, fine, then die. And she's like, I don't want to be part of this conflict anymore.
Yeah, especially with a Velociraptor out there, I want to chop my face off.
Yeah, and
that's why it's called Chop-A-Face.
Yeah, and I'm made of vegetables, so I'm easy to chop.
That's true. There's knives specifically for chopping vegetables.
Yeah, and some of them are sharp enough they can even go through a can, and so you're not even safe if you're a canned vegetable. They're like, well, we would like it if you helped out a little bit. And Optimus is like, let's not talk about it right now. Botanica's helping just fine down here. Mm-hmm. Thrust is whining to Megatron. He's like, I just can't win.
There's 6 of them, one of me.
And I just keep losing.
Plus the hundreds of motorcycles, thousands.
So Megatron's like, okay, fine. I will get you some friends or something. But I'm not going to say that outright.
Ultimately, he's lonely. Megatron knows this. He's like,
It's when he started singing that song. I'm so lonely.
So
Megatron introduces to Thrust some new friends.
they're large.
Like, okay, guess what, guys? I'm the boss. And then they basically knock him away, and he's like, ouch. It's a very Waspinator-y moment.
He bounces off a pipe and lands in front of them again. I didn't realize motorcycles were bouncy.
It's the tires.
Right.
Yeah.
My bad.
There's a conversation downstairs at the Maximal base. Everyone's like, hey, Silverbolt, you could be a little nicer to Black Arachnia. She tried very hard to save you, and she even succeeded somehow. And he's like, well, I just don't have time for love. I have a lot of homework to do. I can't have a girlfriend right now. My mom won't let me. And
no sex before the big game because it will...
Oh, yeah. The pent-up energy will help you in the big game, for sure. So Silverbolt flies off. He's like, I'm just too grouchy to be here right now. Night Scream follows him. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to say something. And then he doesn't say something because he gets shot. And
he gets shot because he's saying something.
Yeah, and which is really...
They catch him monologuing.
They totally do. Yeah. There are these two new Viacon generals, and they're like, exterminate! And
destruction! Or something. Destroy.
Fornicate. No, that wasn't it. Exterminate.
Exacerbate.
Obliterate. But exacerbate is a good word. And so they're chasing them around, and then Night Scream is like, hey, we need some help because the Viacons are chasing us. And then they're shooting at them, and then the Maximals come out, and then they're like, procreate, masticate.
I'm like, these guys are really dumb. And then they run off.
They try to appeal to the new generals, Sparks, by saying, hey, you don't need to be a slave to Megatron. You can be cool like us.
You can be technorganic like us.
Yeah.
Do you like using guns, or do you like using the powers of faith to try to deflect bullets?
And then they run away, and they're like...
This was too easy. This seems like it's going to be a trap. And then everyone's like, nah, it'll be fine.
I'm just like, I don't have time to think about traps. I'm running. And then, boom, they're in a trap.
And there's like hundreds.
There's tons and tons of drones surrounding them. And then, Mr.
Fornicate.
And penetrate.
Masturbate.
they're like, wasn't this easy? Looks like Optimus made the first big mistake in being a commander. Never underestimate your enemy.
Yeah.
And Optimus is like, I guess I'm dumb. Basically, they're outflanked at every turn.
He's like, retreat.
Yeah, he's like, where?
We're surrounded.
You can't go up, you can't go left, you can't go right, you can't go behind, you can't go forward. And then they start being shot at, and Optimus puts a little bubble like or the Invisible Woman.
That move that he's always had.
Yeah. Well, it is just kind of an extension of his arm. We've never seen him use it to this extent before. So I guess he's feeling very desperate. They're taking a lot of firepower.
It was an ass pull.
It was a little bit. It was a bit of a Deus Ex Machina kind of thing. They're going to be destroyed, except he blocks all the things, and then he blasts a hole through the ground. So down was the only way to go.
They couldn't go down, but they could go through.
But even then, as they're trying to escape, they are being cut off at every corner.
Every turn, every down, as well.
Yeah, they even have their usual idea of like, you know what, let's go to the sewers.
The Ninja Turtles are down there. They'll help us.
Yeah, every time. Except when Raphael's feeling particularly moody. Him and Silverbolt have a lot to
talk
about.
Him and Silverbolt are like brooding on a gargoyle somewhere.
But even the sewers are blocked off. And Optimus is like, well, you know what? I found a way we can go to the Citadel. Megatron Citadel is built like a fortress, so that's the safest place to go. So they close the doors, and then comes a vid window.
Yeah.
And the generals are there, and they're like, well, it's...
Lord Frieza says that we're going to kill your ass.
They introduce themselves. It is Obsidian and
Which is a cool name.
It is, actually. I really like it. And Strika. And they are two of Cybertron's greatest generals.
And Rat Trap is like, these are two of Cybertron's greatest generals. I didn't know that.
They need to be said. In case somebody didn't know. Probably Night Scream wouldn't know, because he's dumb. Or maybe Silverbolt wouldn't know, because he was born in the Beast Wars. Optimus is like, hey, I thought you guys were cool like us.
You guys are, this is treason. And they're like, nah, you forgot to say the magic word. Megatron is Cybertron. So by defending one, we are defending the other.
Meanwhile, downstairs,
Plant Lady,
Botanica, she's being called by the Oracle and a big puddle of goop. And the Oracle is like, bitch, get to work, start fighting, because Cybertron needs you. She's like, oh, damn, okay, sorry. I guess my story arc's over and I gotta go and save the day. So she has this thing where it's like a seed.
Like hits
and it hits the drones. And they all start, going crazy and shooting all around. And then Obsidian and Striker are looking at her and they're like, we don't have a lot of information on her. I guess it's because she only came in last episode. Like, dang it! We should have watched the episode!
But they were asleep.
And Megatron clearly didn't do the full upload before he sent them into battle.
No.
So Botanica's like, I decided, out of the goodness of my own heart, to help you guys all out and fight the good fight. And I also finished watching that Beast Wars episode. I saw that Tigertron shot Inferno and got the last laugh at the end of that day.
So they go back and talk to him. They're like, I'm here for my punishment. Will you give me my spanking, or will Thrust give us the spanking? And then he's like, I will not paddle your ass today. Gave me the time I needed to do the thing that I was doing that the Maximals didn't know I was doing.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, that was our plan the whole time, too. Lord Megatron. Is it good? We're on the same page, then. That's the end of that episode. Optimus and the team, what they want to do now is they want to try to figure out where the sparks are.
Well, Optimus gets a vision.
Right, he goes on a little vision quest.
And he sees a bunch of sparks sort of like flying around en masse. He's like, oh, that alleyway. I know that alleyway. It's on Cybertron. Mm-hmm. He's like, all of y'all, break up into groups. Bird, Dog, and Cat, you're going to go together with Lady. And Plant Lady and Rat, you're going to go together and you're going to search. And they're like, oh, crap, I don't like this person. And she's like, I don't like this person either, but in their own unique ways, which is pretty nice. And then he's like, and Ice Cream, you're with me. And they search the entire planet.
A whole place.
For the sparks.
Yeah. It's martial law time.
Yeah.
The Maximals, they're breaking curfew. But Ratchat's like, it's okay. We're breaking curfew with my new device.
It's called a Hall Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's signed by Megatron.
And if we all wear it, and it takes, any security guard that sees us will be like, okay, but I don't want to see you out here in the hall anymore. It's supposed to hide their signatures when they're in robot mode. So they're going to try out the new devices, and we'll see if they work. Ratchat's not really sure. I don't know.
But it's the best they got.
It's better than what Cheetor contributed, which is...
Nothing. Oh, no.
No, he will.
He will contribute that.
Yeah.
But then, like, the two new generals, I guess, Obsidian and Striker, are like, hey, we can't find any Maximals. So, make sure you go radio silent, okay?
Okay.
What?
I said okay, radio silent.
Okay, because we can't see the Maximals.
What?
We can't see the Maximals!
Okay!
Alright, I'm gonna go that way.
Bye! I love you!
I love you too. And off they go. And the Maximals are like, they fell for it! That's pretty much the plot of the entire episode.
They go on their merry ways. Optimus gets lured underground a little deeper, but also Ice Cream sees some claw marks and he's like, they're reusing this asset. It must be Noble!
And Optimus is like, there's no time for that.
He's like, look, Noble, he's going to be around. Maybe we'll find him, maybe we won't. But can we just do one mission at a time?
Let's not antagonize a creature that is capable of destroying the planet, okay?
Okay. And then they go deeper into the sewers, and then they find a city. And Optimus is like, hey, guess what? This is a lair of Cybertron where the Great Wars were fought. This is the capital city of Iacon.
And guess where they went back to?
Iacon? Because there's a show I need to continue making one of these days.
There's a huge hologram is like, I am Optimus Prime. My name is Optimus Prime.
Optimus is like, I love this guy. He always says cool things like that.
He's such a hero. He's nice. Yeah. He looks cool. He's a truck.
And then the hologram is like, give me a hug, and pulls him right in. And Optimus is like, give me a hug. And now he's in this like, this zone of like being plugged in to the hologram.
And the hologram's like, I am your great descendant. Since they couldn't afford to bring Peter Cullen back, they were just like, hey Gary, can you say these lines? We'll add some tinning so that way people believe that's actually him.
And he's like, well, I mean, hey, it's another few $100, whatever. Optimus Prime is like, share your thoughts with me. We're friends after all.
We're on the same team. I'm certainly not Megatron. I'm a giant hologram of Optimus Prime.
Still working after all these years.
That means you and I practically shop at the same store. That makes us family. And not like the blood version that doesn't mean anything.
No.
But like the Toretto family.
Like, yeah, like the Vin.
Like Fast and the Furious.
Optimus is like, we're family. And
so
then
open your thoughts. Open the Oracle. because you are the Oracle. Deep down, right here.
He's like,
And he's like, yes, the Oracle. I am.
Was in my diaphragm this whole time.
Holy crap.
Whoa! And then,
yeah.
you know, Optimus is like, or I'm sorry, Optimus Prime is like, guess what, I'm Megatron! Fool you!
And they were like, what? How could this be?
How could this have happened? That the guy who's controlling Cybertron found his way into a holographic projector in Cybertron and then was uploading and downloading stuff from Optimus's brain.
How could it be that he could do this when he has already been shown in the last episode, in this episode, to be able to take the form of a spark and then to be able to use holoprojectors to project himself in whatever image he wants, including the Matrix code for some reason? How?
And then he just takes the Oracle information, just like he was trying to do in that other episode. So I guess they wound up calling back to that after all. We thought it was kind of a useless storyline, but I guess it was a little useful. Honestly, I don't even remember what Cheetor and Silverbolt were trying to do, but I do remember that Silverbolt was like...
No, they were fighting with each other.
Yeah, Silverbolt was like,
surrounded.
Look, man, I'm not going to listen to you because you're just a kid.
Like, you're a cat.
Like, what do you even know?
What do you even do?
What do you do? Like, what do you know? And Cheetor's like, hey...
Want a ball of yarn? Want me to roll up some tape and toss it in? How about a cardboard box? Would that make you happy, little kitty cat? And he's like, yeah, actually it was.
He's
but
like,
not today.
He's like, wait,
not right now.
Wait, he's like, so, do you actually have a cardboard box? Someone's like, no! And he's like, oh, well, stop teasing me like that! And Black Kraken is like, oh, look, Silverbolt, I don't know if you know this about Cheetor, but he's actually grown up a lot since you knew him last, okay?
He's a lot taller.
Yeah, he's taller, he's got weird bendy legs now, and he says, I am transformed, and you gotta respect that.
Yeah.
And Silverbolt's like,
he's a leader.
He's a stupid child.
He's a boy.
What a baby.
He's a youngling.
Who's gonna take someone who's so young so seriously?
Yeah.
I'm not. And
it's like, I'm such an old soul, a dark old soul.
Yeah. Now, Silverbolt, I don't know if you remember this, but you're younger than Cheetor. You're younger.
Yeah.
Black Kraken is younger than Cheetor. You're both made in the Beast Wars on Earth when Cheetor was already alive.
And he was already alive before the Beast Wars.
So how about, Silverbolt, you open this can and shut the fuck up and take a nice big swig.
And then take the can couple up and stick it someplace safe.
He's outranks you. He outages you. Just shut up and follow his orders.
You're a turkey vulture.
Although, to be fair, Cheetor wasn't the best commander in this episode.
No, and I have my own concerns about that. But then he's like, so do you have a plan? And he's like, yeah. Shing! Goes around a corner and then sees the tanks and they very slowly do this and then open up their guns and he's like, oh, and he runs.
Run away!
I was like...
It was kind of a bit of that, like in A New Hope, the Han Solo moment where he's chasing the stormtroopers.
Girl, I got this.
Sees the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then they run. Yeah. After Cheetor throws the power core and everyone explodes, that Silverbolt's like, I respect a guy who throws a power core.
You knew what you were doing the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what? You're a great leader. You're an amazing. Yep. You were born with the spark of leadership. It's right here. Because of the power core.
Hey, it's in my diaphragm. Awesome. Botanica and Rat Trap stumble upon a place where it has like hollow chips and stuff like that. Rat Trap gathers up all these things and then he gets kind of lost in this sort of VR thing. And then Striker comes in and starts shooting. And Botanica's
missing.
like... Yeah, and definitely missing. And Botanica's blocking things as well.
With a floor panel.
And she's like, hey, Rat Trap, do you mind doing stuff? And then Rat Trap was like, oh, okay, I'll do stuff. Striker ends up in the hologram suite, and she's like, wow, it's so pretty.
She's like, oh.
You know, for one of the most renowned military generals in all of Cybertron's history, she does get distracted very easily. They all wind up going back to the place, and Optimus is like, so Megatron hacked my brain, everybody. But I kind of let it happen because I took the location of the sparks from him, and I think it was a worthy trade. Nice Scream's like, you've led up to it. Where are the sparks? And Optimus is like, that way.
And the giant floaty head.
And
the most obvious place in the universe. I even said it at the beginning of the episode. I was like, they're right there.
They're in there. Where else is a giant head going to keep a bunch of sparks? In his own giant head.
In the ground where you guys are running around and like blowing stuff up?
Yeah.
Come on,
guys. And that's the end of episode 2.
He's going to keep it right on him.
So the Maximals decide, now that it's episode 3, they're gonna get aggressive. They're gonna get those sparks.
They're gonna go up there and get those sparks. This episode begins where Thrust essentially talking to Megatron, and Megatron's like, he goes from I'm a hologram to I'm a spark. And then I'm gonna grab this mega shake that I have made of all these sparks, and I'm gonna start absorbing them one at a time.
He's just downing them.
He's a giant blender, right? So he's made a blender of sparks, and then he's gonna take it, and then he's sipping off of it a little bit here and there. And I think he needed the Oracle code from Optimus to be able to download all the sparks from everyone. Basically, he's Agent Smith. And he's like, me.
Me too.
I get the sense that Thrust is starting to have some second thoughts about Megatron and his spark-eating ways. But he also doesn't want to feel like a useless motorcycle because that's what he is.
So Black Arachnia, Cheetor, and Nightscream, they're kind of poised and ready to do stuff. And they're keeping a low profile, and they're avoiding detection. And then suddenly, here comes Noble. And Nightscream's like, Noble! Nightscream turns his head out of the woods. Comes a young puppy dog. It's Chance.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, Chance! Oh my gosh!
He's like,
wow.
Oh my boy. And Michael J. Fox is all like, oh, I missed you. You're the best thing I've smelled in a long time.
And then they hear another noise. Meow.
Oh my gosh.
It's Sassy!
And she comes running up. She's like, hope. And then...
yeah. Nightscream turns again. He's like, is it Noble? But no, Noble doesn't come. Yeah, Nightscream is like... he was too old. And then he turns away, and then... hobbling over... out comes Noble, and he's like, Noble! And he runs, and he goes and he gives him a big old hug, and Obsidian and Striker are watching it, and they're like, it always gets to me.
Yeah.
I can't watch this one without tearing up.
Let's kill them.
So then they go and they attack,
ruining a perfectly good, beautiful moment.
Yeah, it was a very happy ending up until that moment.
Noble's like squaring off, and he's gonna fight them. Because he's noble, and he's a savage. Everyone's like, your stupid pet is such a stupid pet because he's a dog. What does he even do? Nearly got us killed. But we're going to leave him behind because it's the maximal thing to do. Ice Cream's like, no, I can't. He's my friend. We just got him back. And then he's like, no, you're going to leave him because he sucks. And then they all leave because that's what good Maximals do.
Cheetor's like, fine, bring him. We'll bring him back.
But we'll see what Optimus has to say about this because he's a Maximal.
They go downstairs to where, the place with the plants is at.
Yeah.
The Maximals are preparing for Operation Snatch Some Sparks. And Rattrap is like, I brought these gizmos. And they're like,
they don't
not
work.
The gizmos again. They didn't work last time.
The last time, you ruined everything.
And he's like, well, this time they might work.
No one improved.
I did some other things.
But he didn't tell them what those things are.
At least not on screen. So here's the teams of what everyone's doing. You do this, and you do this, and look, Noble, I'm sorry, you just,
Optimus doesn't say anything.
No, Optimus is just...
He just stands there like...
Optimus sometimes...
Cheetor's in charge, he's the boss,
you gotta make those command decisions, okay? You gotta, step in there, put your foot down.
Cheetor's like, he nearly got us killed, okay? Nullified. Oh, yeah, you better stay here. Scat! And then he's like, oh, and he whimpers like a dog, and he kind of just skulks away, and they're like, all right, let's do this.
So up they go to do stuff.
Megatron is loading something into his head. With those big freighter things. What are those freighters for?
I don't know.
Supplies.
Right, supply freight. Yeah, one of the supply freighters, Probably, knowing him, lots of ibuprofen, because when you get a big headache...
The others have to go and cause a distraction.
Yes.
Yeah, but not fight a war. Luckily, Cheetor has his secret weapon.
Whee! It works every time.
And it looks so stupid when he's flying off and he's doing all sorts of...
Yeah. So anyways, with the Maximals stowing away in Megatron's head, turns out that may have been what Megatron wanted all along.
Yeah, he was like, haha, I knew you would stow away on this freighter.
And he's like, look at my sparkly sparks. Oh, no. And Optimus is like, no, don't eat sparks.
Those are bad for you.
They're high in cholesterol.
You'll get a heart attack.
And he's like, I'll show you a heart attack. And his spark gets really big and starts shooting out lightning. And then it starts grabbing everybody and pulling their sparks out. He's going to eat everyone's sparks. And the only one he didn't get was Night Scream because Noble came back.
Yeah.
Got in the way. Said, hey.
I'm going to turn into a savage.
And then he starts shooting
you with my fire.
Shoots fire. And then Megatron's like, it's that darn beast mode coming back again. It feels like...
Stick a rig neck.
It feels like the dragon's wrath.
Oh, no.
No. Not again.
Enter the dragon.
And so he's like, I'm going to kill this.
I'm never going to live this down. Oh.
So he does a thing like with the
He lightnings him in the knee, then he hits him with a lightning bolt.
Savage falls and Noble, and he's like, I'm dead.
And then he splat.
Yeah, just like.
And then I am the dead. Yeah.
Bleh. You know he was dead because then he fell and hit the ground. He went, I'm dead. And Night Scream was like, no, my friend Noble, how could you do this?
Cue sad montage of all those times. Remember those times?
Oh, yeah. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. And Night Scream channels all of his rage and sadness into his sonic blaster, and he shoots right towards Megatron's spark. And Megatron's spark is like, I didn't anticipate being shot at.
This sucks. What do I do?
And then he basically loosens his grip on everybody.
And then everyone collectively...
They like, oh, okay, I guess we're okay now. And also all the sparks that Megatron was absorbing get sent back into the head. He's like, because he ate too many sparks too fast. And when you do that, you puke.
You wait 30 minutes before jumping in the pool.
Idiots. The head starts to fall.
Yeah.
And
gravity takes hold. And he's like, abandoned head. And Optimus is like, never.
No way, no how. I know how to pilot this thing, I think. And then he grabs the joystick, and he's like,
and then success,
and he pulls up, and he's like, yes, I piloted the head. That's how I became captain of the Axelon. And they're like, now we have sparks.
All of them.
And
in one giant Mega Shakes container.
Goodbye, Noble, for your sacrifice, and because you fought so savagely. /Dragon.
Optimus gives a half-hearted speech about that time we knew him well. Mm-hmm. He saved the day.
And how every one of the Maximals treated him with the dignity and respect he deserved. And then we see running down the streets a red light.
And it laughs after sparking in a corner.
I'm not dead.
The end. Whew. All right. That was a wild ride. What worked for you? Do you want to tackle them all at once, or just as a full story?
Let's just tackle the whole thing. Right. As a story arc. Honestly, I don't know if this needed to be a 3-parter technically, because I don't know if there's as much cohesion in these 3 stories. Like, if there's any more than there is typically with the way Beast Machines is told. But we're just playing by their rules.
I mean, this is probably one of those shows where it probably needs to be watched in like weekly format, because I felt fatigued afterwards. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because like every time they got into a battle, it just didn't matter.
I think in this one it mattered a bit more. Typically, at least I felt in the first episode, where it finally felt like there were some more stakes with the new Viacons.
Well, they were cool. I really liked them. Like, okay, let's talk about the things that really worked for me. The new Viacons, they're great. I mean, we got Matrix, and we've got some other lady. Don't know who she is.
Oh yeah, I didn't recognize the voice actress. Yeah, so yeah, Paul Dobson, who's
Dobson. We got Dobson here.
He plays Obsidian.
Yep. It's a cool name,
and he does a great job. I mean, he's a mainframe / Rainmaker mainstay.
Yep.
But yeah, famously, I think the biggest part we remember him in is Matrix Reboot.
Shadow Raiders. He was
right. He was like the lead guy. I can't remember the names of the characters.
Lionheart or something. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
And he's also, like you mentioned, you reminded me, it's Zarbon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Ocean, like Frieza Saga, was like peak voice actors from our childhood, all in one show.
All the Vancouver-based voice actors. Yeah.
Because when I was growing up watching cartoons, those were the voices that I remember hearing, and I think that's why I have such an attachment to like the Ocean Studios version of Dragon Ball Z, even though it was ridiculous.
It's good to have another super talented voice actor in the mix. I know, Striker did a good job too.
Phenomenal.
So like no shade for the sake of respecting her work in this, I will look it up real quick.
While he's looking it up, I gotta say, when I first saw them and they were like, "Roar, penetration," I was so underwhelmed. I was like, oh, because they didn't say anything in front of Megatron. They just swatted Thrust off to the side, and it made them seem kind of brutish. But I mean, I get why they swatted him, because it's like you're talking to a general.
Patricia Drake.
She sounds like a Patricia Drake.
Yeah, she plays Striker. And
what do we know her from?
Well, I did see that. It reminded me of a movie that I forgot existed from 2006 called John Tucker Must Die.
Oh,
never
watched it.
She played Coach Williams. I never watched it either.
Coach Williams.
And interesting, she was in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And she was in the movie Saved.
Yes.
Which means she and I were in the same movie at some point.
Really?
I was an extra in Saved.
Hey.
Who wants to come down here and give their heart to the Lord? Who wants to start the year off right and get saved?
Welcome to the voice acting team.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Welcome to the family.
As is often the case, the voice acting of Beast Machines is very professional and on point, and is never the problem with the show.
No, I've never had a complaint about the voice acting. Big kudos to those two new characters. Really enjoyed them.
Overall, the introduction of them was very successful. In misleading. Although maybe they did overstate it a little bit with these new generals are so dumb.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that.
There was a few moments in.
A few?
Actually, there's quite a few moments where there was things that they didn't need to say that were already implied.
Yeah, especially considering Megatron was saying the same thing.
So there was a little too much of that, but at the same time, I do like the characters and their portrayal, and
I like that they don't underestimate Optimus or the Maximals. Mm-hmm. They're obviously very confident because they are who they are. There's a certain recognition of okay, these aren't chumps that we're dealing with.
What was nice about this story is that the Maximals actually decided to take some action and really bring the battle to Predacons, bring the battle to the Viacons. And I gotta say it's also. Yeah, it's like some things are moving forward, which is really nice, and that finally we got to get the payoff to the Noble story. I don't know if it's the best payoff, but I guess
it payoff. They were just what can we do? I know, let's manufacture, dare I say, contrive. Obviously, they've been building up to this whole Noble and Night Scream thing.
A noble sacrifice, if you will.
The entire time, it was one way. There was zero indication that Noble gave a crap about him at all, except for the fact that he captured him once.
And gave him an apple.
Yeah. And it was more of an enemy of my enemy kind of a moment. It wasn't we're going to be sticking together like waffles. You know what I mean? Because that's what good waffles do. All of that build-up for the relationship was 90% one way. And then in this episode, all of a sudden, Noble's just a puppy.
Yeah, that's true.
And then he's whimpering, and they tried really hard to make us feel bad, right? And that Noble's he was told to leave. Number one, Optimus would not operate like that, okay? Not the Optimus I know, anyways. Maximals don't leave people behind. We've already established this.
You should have left me behind.
Cheetor should know better than to just leave an innocent. Noble is an innocent, dangerous, yes, capable of destroying the whole universe, probably.
Yeah, I think that it was out of character for Cheetor to want to leave him behind in the middle of a battle.
Yeah,
that seems crazy to me. But I do understand the choice to want to not bring him into the battle.
There's ways of dealing with that, though. And
yeah,
I understand the urgency, but Optimus just sort of stood there and let it happen, as opposed to Noble, I need you to work with me here. Just stay behind. And then they didn't have to have that whole contrived scat and then he just cries and walks away, and then he comes back and sacrifices himself and saves the day. No.
Yeah.
If Optimus said, just stay here, please, protect our home. Noble could have been okay, cool, I'll protect my home.
I'll be a good boy. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't handled the best, but I guess I am glad that the storyline is finished.
Me too.
So we don't have to worry about Noble anymore. As fun as it was to make fun of Night Scream always screaming his name, One more for good measure. Noble!
I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Yeah, that's the end of that. A character beef of mine, and we basically already pointed out in our review of it so far, Silverbolt treating Cheetor like a child. Like, what are you talking about? We pointed it. We did say it already, but like, both Black Arachnia and Silverbolt are younger than Cheetor. He was the young guy in the Beast Wars until the Stasis Pod started to bring in new characters, and that's when they're born essentially.
Yeah, and then he kind of like reached like a older version when he was Transmetal 2.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like growing up.
And also, like, Silverbolt was supposedly aware of things when he was Jetstorm. And so he saw how Cheetor was stepping up to the plate tactically and, leadership wise.
And playing baseball.
So it's not like any of these things should be a surprise. And suddenly he's like, I'm not going to listen to some child. Someone shut up.
Yeah, man.
Like, you're being such a dick. Why? I get it, you're Mr. Mopey now, but like,
come on.
Let's not manufacture tension where it doesn't need to be. I guess it's kind of cool to see the story moving forward, and like they finally find the sparks, and I guess the sparks aren't fully liberated, but they've been released from Megatron, who is now, I guess,
flying around as a small
singular
spark.
I kind of like where that story went, and that they've hollowed out his influence from the head, and they're on the next step to winning Cybertron back.
Which is nice, and the whole head thing floating around.
Yeah, I know you weren't a fan of the head.
Floating around,
we got rid of Noble,
laughing,
and we got rid of Megatron's giant head in one episode. Well, I guess it took 3 episodes to do that. I think that this could have worked a little better because if it was just 2 parts. I feel like there was enough story for 2 parts.
Yeah.
But the second episode in particular really dragged. It's weird because I both felt like it was really slow paced and was just kind of slogging along.
And then it was over.
And then it was over before I knew it. I'm like, oh, okay, well that was weird that it was like slow paced and done really fast. I don't know how that works. All the story of part 2 and part 3 could have just been squished together into one part 2. It would have been more efficient, and I think it would have had a better pace and would have been more engaging.
If they left a bunch of the exposition out of it and telling us what we already know, they could have shortened up. They could have saved a lot of space there.
And maybe cutting out some of that unnecessary conflict between some of the characters.
I do like that there's sort of like something brewing inside Thrust, and that he's not like moping and saying, oh, I'm being replaced here. I'm so upset. I might actually betray Megatron. Like, he's not like... It's happening to him, and you see it happening to him, and he's just sort of dealing with it. Obviously he's quite frustrated. That's probably the most interesting part of this 3-parter is him.
His thrust.
His thrust, yeah. Watching him sort of deal with that, and him try to keep his place at the top of the pyramid. He was chosen for this role, and he was told to get out there and do this thing, but the Maximals are all but invincible when they're working together.
He even, you mentioned, rightfully pointed out to Megatron, he's like, well, this is what you get for choosing his buddies, Sparks.
Yeah.
Megatron, of course, he will never take responsibility for his mistakes. So, he just doesn't address it. He's like, shut up. He's like, fine, I'll give you 2 new generals. So, the Sparkwar trilogy, we're going to give it 3.5 out of 5 weaponized power cores. Kaboom.
Is it required reading?
Yes. Yeah. It really does further the story of Beast Machines along.
Does it conclude certain plot threads?
Yeah. Does it always take the best away there? No.
Not really.
No. But
there are some very interesting character moments. There's some new interesting characters.
So thank you so much for watching Beast Machines Monday. Don't forget to comment in the comments down below and tell us what you thought of the Sparkwar trilogy. So
tell your mom.
Yeah. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, I know you weren't a fan of the head. So hey, look at that 2
Hang on a second. I am a fan. All right, just not of that head.